Hey guys, just a really quick post-editing note that I want to add in here at the beginning of the video, because I meant to talk about it during the video and I just never did. I completely forgot. Some of you are new to the channel may not remember, but those of you that have been around for a while remember that last year during the Sturgis rally, our good friend Rebel had been injured and was paralyzed and in the hospital. There was like a GoFundMe and whatnot for him, and well, I heard yesterday, unfortunately, that he's no longer with us. So his pain and suffering has ended, which I guess is the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Sad news, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy for him in a way. So I just want to let some of you know, because I know a lot of people were still asking questions here and there about him. On some other sad news, though, I spoke with my friend Gary yesterday when we were riding home from Rochester. And I hadn't talked to him in a couple of months. You guys know he's the one that I bought the V-Strom from. He's also the one that gave me the tractor a couple years ago. And him and I go all the way back to like 7th grade. We've known each other a long, long time. Turns out his house caught on fire. I guess it got hit by lightning, burst into flames. Nobody was home, so nobody got hurt. But either way, he's now living in a kind of a donated camper on his property next to his house until things get rebuilt. Luckily, the Amish and the Mennonites, or one or the other, have stepped in to help rebuild everything. They're volunteering their time, but he does still have to pay for a lot of the materials. So there is a GoFundMe for that. And I'm asking any of you, if you can, do your part. If you can't, I completely understand. Me personally, I think I'm going to go throw about $1,000 towards it, just to try to help him out. And if you guys can find it in your hearts and you can do so, please do the same. The link will be in the description below. Even if it's only $5 or $2, every little bit counts. You know, I don't like asking people for money, but I also don't like seeing people in need, where maybe a teeny tiny little bit that you and I will never miss can make all the difference in the world to him if thousands of people do it, right? So yeah, hit that link down below. And other than that, enjoy the video coming up. Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, guys, we are currently in the town of Skaneateles, but we got here because, well, we want Doug's Fish Fry, and it's one of our favorite restaurants. When we're up here in New York, we always come visit it. Katie and I left Tammy's this afternoon about 1 o'clock or so, went into Auburn to visit my aunt, and we stayed with her for a little bit. Tried to get a hold of my other aunt and was unable to, so we decided to come over to Skaneateles a little bit early. Now, we had plans to meet Tammy and Mark here about 5:30, but we rolled into town. It was only like 3 o'clock because we ended up getting here a lot sooner than we expected. So we had to make a stop over at the little chocolate house over here. And that's because there's a candy store here that sells these things called chocolate Band-Aids. I mean, obviously they're not really Band-Aids, but they just look like Band-Aids. They come in a little box that looks like a Band-Aid box, but they're just little chocolate bars. And my mom used to get them for our children from this store when they were really little. So we've kind of just kept the tradition going. So whenever we're here, we grab a couple and we take them home to our grandchildren. It's just what you're supposed to do, right? Carry on the traditions. So anyways, that's what we've done. But then we still had a bunch of time. Oh, you know what? Let's go back a second. Last year when we came here, we got there too late. The store was closed. So it was very disappointing that we weren't able to get the chocolate Band-Aids that we wanted. So this time we said, well, we're here early. Let's get them early. But by the time we were done with that, we still had a lot of time before Mark and Tammy were to get here. So Katie and I decided to just take a ride around Skaneateles Lake. It's a beautiful lake, beautiful views. Now, don't quote me here, but Skaneateles Lake is like 20 or 22 miles long and probably only a mile across. So it's one of the finger lakes here in New York. It's long and thin and pretty deep, beautiful waters. In fact, this is the lake that they take the water from to supply the city of Syracuse. Or at least they did. Whether that's still true or not, I don't know. But at one time it was anyways. So we had all that time. We just took that ride. It was actually really, really nice. And, here's some footage from that. But now we're back up here in town and we're waiting still. We got another 45 minutes or so until Mark and Tammy get here. And then we're really looking forward to eating at Doug's Fish Fry. I want ice cream. Yeah, she wants ice cream too. So we just figured we'd walk around and show you guys the town. Now, as you can see, it is extremely windy here today, especially when you get right at the head of the lake. I wanted to record this opening right at the head of the lake, but there was no way you would be able to hear us with the wind noise. So we're over here on the side street, recording it here. Anyway, Skaneateles is a really cool, just old style town. Absolutely love the architecture here. It's a really cool town. Lots of neat little boutique type shops. Boutique? Boutiques. Boutique?
Boutique? Is that like a cross between a tiki bar and a boutique?
I guess so. But anyway, it's just really cool. It's a great place to come shopping and stuff like that. And lots of people walking their dogs.
Happy pups.
All right, Katie has decided that she wants ice cream first before dinner. So, well, Doug's has ice cream as well. Yep. Okay, so the pre-dinner dessert is out of the way. We'll see about post-dinner dessert afterwards. So anyway, Doug's Fish Fry. Some of you may be wondering why Doug's Fish Fry. One, it is a fantastic place to eat. The quality is just really good, and it's just fried haddock and French fries and onion rings. It's nothing super special, but this was one of my grandmother's absolute favorite restaurants. And as a kid, I remember almost every Friday, or at least most Fridays, we would come here to eat at Doug's. And Doug's was a really teeny tiny place back then. We're talking, late 80s, whatever. Yeah, probably. Yeah, mid to late 80s, right? And there used to be a line down the block to get in because it was a very, very small restaurant. And then as years went by, they actually built a dining room out back in the parking lot, and they just titled it Doug's Dining Room. But it was actually a completely separate building that was in a parking lot. It was kind of weird, but that's how popular the place was. Now it has opened up some, and there's like 3 different businesses now that are all kind of into one, where it used to be individual places. But the food, great, yes. Is it like, oh my God, the best ever? Who knows? But it's just the memories involved that we really enjoy coming here just because of that. And, I introduced Katie to it, early in our marriage, and she really likes it as well. I mean, the whole family likes it, so it's just what we do. So if you're in Skaneateles, try Doug's Fish Fry and tell me what you think.
Oh, there's potatoes.
Okay, so we did hit a little bit of rain on our ride today, but not a lot. But it's kind of rainy and cloudy here in Skaneateles at the moment. But it's been a pretty beautiful ride for the most part. But luckily, it looks like by the time we are done with dinner, the rain will mostly be cleared out. So our ride home, we should be able to stay somewhat dry at least. Well, it wasn't a line when we got here, but we waited for my cousins to get here and see what I'm talking about. A line out the door. That's how popular this place is. All right, so, I said it probably wasn't the best fish in the world, but, I'm wrong. Doug's is the best. It really is the best, and everybody around here knows it. So, yeah, if you're in Skaneateles, give it a try. It looks like the rain is letting up now. We're going to try to make it back out to Auburn, actually, because my other aunt that I wasn't able to get a hold of just called me. And she doesn't want us to go back out to Hannibal without stopping to say hello to her first. So it's only like 7 miles away from here. So we're going to run back over there, see her, and then head back out to Hannibal. But I think we're going to end the video here. We just wanted to show you guys around Skaneateles a little bit, show you Doug's. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time I see you,
Keep those engines running.
what she said.